All right, tile friends, welcome back to another episode of the Tile Money Podcast. I am Luke Miller, of course, your host, and today I've got another great interview with a great tile installer. I'm happy he took some time to sit down with me at Coverings. I interviewed Ulas Maris, and Ulas has a great tile installation company, Maris Tile Pro, out of Long Island, New York, and he's already well established there as the professional installer. But he's taking his business to the next level and opening up a showroom and shooting for the 5-star contractor with the National Tile Contractors Association. So we talk about that. We talk about his showroom. And I really like the approach he's taking with it. He's going to utilize all the square footage and open it up to the public for education, tile installation education, so that he's not only setting himself up to sell tile and to install tile, but now he's becoming the professional in everybody's eyes. Because even if, like he said, even if they don't choose him for the install, they're at least getting the education. And so that's his focus, and I really like this. And I really feel confident that this is going to work out really well for Ulas. So I'm excited to have you listen to this interview. And we've got another Tile Money tip at the end with Ron Nash from Laticrete. And of course, Tile Money is sponsored by Laticrete and is brought to you by the National Tile Contractors Association. So you're going to want to look forward to the Laticrete tips. I believe we're on this is number 4, and we're going to talk about funny money. So look forward to that. And we've got a couple more episodes dropping later this week. So friends, I hope you're out there having a profitable week and enjoying this podcast. Thank you for reaching out to me. And thank you for the 5 stars on iTunes. I'm really pleased, that you're enjoying it. But I want to improve. I want to make improvements, and I want to continue to make this as the source for you to get knowledge. So if you want me to interview someone, please message me and let me know who. If you have questions, please get a hold of me. TileMoney.com is my website with all my contact information. So, all right, friends, without further ado, enjoy this interview with Ulas Maris.
Interviewee. Ulas, how are you today? Thanks for being on this podcast.
I feel great. Thanks for inviting me for this interview. I'm so glad to see all my friends trying to improve.
Yeah, you have a lot of friends here. I see you,
yeah,
and you're always shaking hands and having an enjoyable time.
It wouldn't be possible if I wasn't a member of some social media groups.
Yeah,
I thank to those groups a lot.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah,
Tile
like
Geeks, Global Tile Posse,
Global Tile Posse, Tile Love.
You're on them all, and you're active, and you're being social.
Yes,
and
social.
And those connections are so
Being
powerful.
Being social is a great feeling.
Yeah,
you improve yourself. You meet new people.
Yeah,
things you don't know about the trade, you get to learn about.
Yeah,
some things you've been doing for 10 years that you never knew it was wrong.
Yeah,
that you correct yourself.
Yeah,
and it's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Incredible. So you're out of New York, Long Island, is that right?
Yes, I'm right at the center of Long Island.
What kind of hobbies or fun things do you do after work?
Well, it's always different. Like my newest hobby is bringing my kids to teach them driving on the weekends.
Okay.
And my daughter is 12.
Okay.
And she knows how to drive. My son is 10.
Excellent.
I go out with my family. I do different things. It's just anything fun.
You go to the beach over there?
Yes.
Sometimes?
I go to the beach, yep.
Yeah.
It's
beautiful area.
Yep.
So what does your company look like today? Take us through what it looks like if I were to walk into your showroom or work with you today. How large is it?
The showroom is about 5,000 square feet.
Okay.
It's not done yet.
Okay.
And it'll be ready in a month because I'm being careful how to present my products to my clients because that first impression is very important.
Nice. Yeah.
And it's gonna be great. I'll keep you posted about
I'm looking forward to
it. Yeah, no problem.
Whenever you do things methodical and with a purpose, it's gonna turn out great.
It's gonna be the only tile store in the whole Long Island area.
No way.
With 2 CTIs.
Okay.
And with all the proper documentation and all. And I'm doing the showroom with my partner. His name is Ibrahim Kayas.
Okay.
He's also my cousin. He's also a great professional.
Okay.
And we both sat down and talked about all these things together. And, money is the last thing between doing the trade and everything. Money is the last thing me and my cousin Ibo thinks.
Okay.
So our first priority is our client satisfaction and the quality of the work we perform.
And the money will follow.
And money will follow automatically. Most people don't realize that.
Yeah.
And the reason we are starting up the showroom. So after seeing all these failures with all the other tile installers, we'd like to educate walk-in customers, talk to them about certain systems with the warranties, the correct way to install the tiles and all. Even though we don't get the installation, they will leave, and we already planted the question into their head to ask the next guy they find whether they'll be waterproofing or they will not be.
So you want to educate your neighbors, your
we
customers,
are there to educate
your county, your city there, the area, because even like you said, they're going to shop around and get quotes, but they know what are the right questions.
It's not only to the end user. We are also doing this to educate the tile installers.
Yes.
Because that client will be asking the installer about the waterproofing, expansion joints and all, etc.
Yeah.
And the person may have no idea what those things are.
Yeah.
He probably learned the wrong way, but he'll be curious enough to look for the information and go ahead and improve himself or herself about the so it's a wide thing. It's a great thing. It'll take some time to get it improved, but it'll work.
So it sounds like you're going to use your part of your showroom at certain hours or days as an educational center.
We'll have a big screen TV in a special room.
Nice.
And it'll be fun. We'll make our clients and everyone that walks in important and special. Yeah. They're our main focus, their satisfaction and all.
Yeah.
So
how many employees do you have, tile setters?
4 full-time.
Okay.
And I can be a dozen.
Not full-time.
So I have not full-time, but if I need help, I have great connections with friends, thanks to social media.
Yeah.
I can bust somebody's phone and the help is there. We exchange, we get leads, we call each other, for example, it's a great thing.
Yeah. What are your main roles in the company now with 4 employees? What are your roles? Do you are you estimating and selling jobs?
I do the estimating myself.
Okay.
And my partner does as well.
Okay.
And then that's how it goes. I do the estimating, setup, all the scheduling and everything. Yeah. I love doing it.
And we were talking, did I get that right? You've been doing this for about 17 years in the tile industry, first generation.
Yes.
And you realized from early on the importance of getting involved in the industry.
Yes.
And you feel like that's kind of catapulted your career?
It is very important. Yeah. I learn something new every day.
Yeah.
There is no end to learning in this trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, for example, Mark Heinlein comes to Long Island, I believe, twice a year.
Yeah.
I'm always there ready, helping him out with anything. If I have the time, and all that, I would even go to the other states to be part of this,
Yeah.
And like I said, learning is great. You improve yourself.
And so you have 2 CTIs at the moment. Are you looking to continue your
Yes, I support being CTI highly. Yeah. I recommend it.
And you're going for that 5-star recognition?
Yes, I am. I'm going to be becoming a 5-star contractor. I'm thinking of it this year.
Okay.
Not only for the installation company, like I said, we have several other companies we own.
Right.
So it's very serious.
Yeah. Excellent.
And it's a need.
Yeah.
Us becoming 5-star or a CTI or a member of NTCA, people don't realize, but this way, non-members we are giving them the thought, they're thinking becoming members.
Yeah.
So it's helping everyone.
Right.
Instantly,
Yeah. That's excellent.
Yep.
I love that. What what are you doing to generate business, like new business, marketing, advertising?
Honestly, I have never ever advertised myself. It's
Okay.
all from the good work I do, word
Okay.
of mouth. People call me, you won't believe, from other states.
Yeah. Really?
And yes, and I recently started using the Google thing.
Yeah.
That I accidentally found out about.
Yeah. Tell
A
me
lot
about
of
that.
people contact me. Past month, I had 11,000 clicks.
Whoa.
Yes, and 315 of them made into my website,
Okay.
which I created with my wife.
Okay.
We're not professionals, but it looks nice.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm learning.
Well, it's they need that landing page. So
Yes.
when they're finding you said this was funny. You said you had you didn't even know what the Google reviews was.
I had no idea.
Or weren't aware of it, and you found yourself online
Yes.
with how many reviews?
I have almost 55 stars.
50 5-star Google reviews. So you need to give those people a place
Yes.
to find you on
Yes,
your
it's
website,
the
even
only-
if it's a one-page website.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's working out great. I get phone calls every day.
Yeah.
Like I've been here at the coverings for 3 days. I got 3 Google calls
Yeah.
with the clients that I had to text them and let them know that I'll be coming and seeing them as soon as I'm back in Long Island.
Excellent.
It's great.
Communication.
Yeah. You know, you start to get paid being professional. You know.
How do you convey that professional level and sell value? A lot of times I struggle with selling value in my company because so many people will come in and price shop. So how do you weed out the price shoppers and look for the people who are looking for something more?
Well, look, first minute, let's say you're meeting a GC, you already know whether he is cheap or whether he cares about your installation or not.
Yeah.
I get turned off with GCs and builders that are not focused on the end work and the quality of it, with the guys that are just wanting to finish up the tile install and hand it out to the end user.
Right.
I don't really enjoy working with those people. I have good guys, good accounts that I've been working with. Like, it's so easy. I mean,
is most of your work builders?
Yes, but here is the thing. You go out to buy a car.
Right.
You have $30,000.
Right.
No one will sell you a Bentley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tile business is the same.
Okay.
With a limited budget, you can't ask me, the tile installer, to give you Bentley.
Yeah.
For the low.
Let's go with the Toyota.
Yeah. Let's go with the Toyota. But that's what we do.
Yeah.
We work with people's budgets.
Yeah.
And everyone at the end is happy.
Yeah.
Like I
well,
said,
it's good to give them options too.
Yes, we give them options.
And just because you're selling the Toyota doesn't mean the Toyota's not profitable.
Nope.
But
it's
it is
a
what
nice,
it is,
comfortable car.
And you're gonna be able to function. It's functional.
Yes.
Gets you where you're going.
It runs.
What mistakes have you made? If you could go back in time, maybe 10, 12 years ago, would you give yourself any advice now? I mean, what would you do different?
I've done some mistakes.
Okay.
When I first started, because like I said, I learned everything from my mentor.
Yeah.
Who was an old-fashioned tile guy.
Okay.
I've done showers with mastic.
Yeah.
I've done showers with no prep works whatsoever.
Right.
But I believe 10 or 11 years ago, I self-taught myself. I said, this is wrong.
Yeah.
I have to improve myself.
Yeah.
That's when I started taping my corners, prepping all my walls, waterproofing my shower with something I never liked putting on. That I had to smell it. But I did what it took to improve myself in the trade. And I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah.
Not from the books or because their social media was limited.
Right.
We had those flip phones back then where you couldn't have a big screen to ask the question or anything, So most of the things I learned and I do today, I self-taught myself by having the light turn on in my head and realizing what's wrong, what's right, and all that.
So maybe if you could tell your younger self one thing, it'd be just to get the education.
True.
You know, now it's like you said, it's at our fingertips. It's on social media.
Yes.
You know, it's pretty difficult. You have to almost avoid it, not to get involved. And unfortunately, there are people who are avoiding it. You know, we have a word for them. You know, but back then, you know, that you still could have got involved. So I think that would be your advice. Is that correct?
Yes, I ask people not to be shy. For a new tile installer, let's say you're a member of a group. It could be Global Tile Posse, Tile Geeks, Tile Love, and most of those admins and people that are professional over there are there to teach. So don't be afraid of asking any questions to improve, you know, yourself. Or if you're doing something wrong, like, don't be afraid of posting your pictures or prep work. We are there to help out. You know, of course, there's going to be some people talking, you know, wow, it's good, but we warn those people. You know, we are there to educate. We're there to improve. And hopefully people will start posting so they'll learn from it, you know.
And maybe I can just kind of build on what you said. If you know, you do have a question and you do feel embarrassed to post it to the public, you could always PM, you know, private message.
Yes, I have a lot of people PM me and asking me, hey, buddy, you know, I didn't want to post this in public, but, and I'm like, don't be shy. But I still help them out, you know, like, no one will ever think you're a hack or anything like that, you know?
Right.
It's just, we all came from a point where we didn't know anything. You know, we improved ourselves from our mistakes. Like I told you, you know, like I never waterproofed a shower wall 10, 12 years ago. I didn't know. No one ever told me. But nowadays,
you don't know what you don't know.
We tell everyone, you know, about the correct ways and the codes. And let's say you're doing an ADA shower, the pre-slope amount has to be, you know, quarter per foot and all that. It's okay if some people don't know. Just ask for it and you'll instantly find out. Social media is an instant library for this trade, and people should use it in their advantage, you know?
For sure.
Definitely. Just don't be afraid.
I love that. I love that advice and that message that you gave out. And that's going to benefit a lot of my audience, because even myself, you know, I used to be shy and used to be afraid to ask, because I felt like it's kind of silly looking back at it. I felt like somebody would judge me, and it's like they don't care. They want to see me succeed. I mean, they're in some cases, you know, if I message Ulas, he's in New York, I'm in California. He wants to see me succeed.
We're so close.
We're so close.
And I'll tell you a story, Luke. I have to tell you about this.
I love it.
My first large format gauge tin porcelain tile ever was 11 years ago. It came straight from Italy. I had no idea what it was. I was checking it out, saying to myself, is this tile? What's this backing in the back? Looks like vinyl. How am I going to cut this and all? To be honest, my first ever large format tin porcelain gate installation was with mastic. And like I said, I learned and improved myself. And I just wanted to let people know that. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's
perfect.
We all do stuff, you know, we all make mistakes. And when you're taught to do something wrong, you know, you don't know oftentimes till years later that it was wrong.
Man.
Are you a reader? Do you have any business books you would like to recommend?
Honestly, I have not ever, you know, I've never read any business book, but I purchased 2 of them 3 days ago at the Rockstar event, and I liked the way the lady was talking. I can't remember her name, so forgive me for that, but I purchased those 2 books to improve myself, and I'm gonna be starting to read them as soon as I get back. But as far as the book, a tiling Bible is the TCNA handbook. Anything I need is in that thick book.
Yeah. Have you utilized that in your business at times? Maybe give one example.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, for example, a GC out east in the Hamptons. I explained him the correct way.
Yeah.
To pre-slope, how it had to be, the type of the drain we needed to use. I believe it was a steam room where it needed an extra care and preparation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into a lot of details,
Sure. But you were able to utilize the book and show him this is what needs to be done.
I showed him the correct way to do that.
Excellent.
And then he was like, "What's this book?" I said, "This is our Bible."
Yeah.
And actually ended up having an extra. I gave him one.
Yeah.
I said, anything that goes in your bathroom structurally, prep-wise, everything is in this book. So I gave it to him as a gift.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, Ulas, because oftentimes, we can look at that book as a technical Bible, which it is, but it is also a business book because even things like lighting, it talks about lighting, and that can really help you when it comes to, having that relationship with the GC and saying, if we move the lighting or the lippage standards, there's certain standards in there that you can use to, basically say this is correct.
Yes.
If your customer doesn't think it is, and it's in this book, it is correct, and I'm done.
It is. Yeah. I believe it was last year. Me and my partner, Ebo, did a big kitchen floor in Long Island.
Yeah.
We showed up there, and she was a 75-year-old lady.
Uh-huh.
You won't believe it. She had a TCNA handbook.
Really?
An old one? We were so happy.
Or a new one?
She knew everything. Yeah. She already read through before we even started.
Really?
She knew everything.
Yeah.
That was so exciting.
That was probably a great customer.
Great customer. She was an Italian lady.
Yeah.
You could tell, But we did everything.
Yeah.
At the standards, and she was like, "Wow."
Yeah.
Because
well, you had the job.
We had the job.
Right
it was
away.
1,400 square feet flooring job.
Yeah.
She was very happy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, Ulas, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day here. We're at this busy convention here at Coverings, and it's amazing. So I've really enjoyed getting to know you and a look inside your business.
Same here. Thanks so much for doing the interview with me, Luke.
You're welcome. My pleasure. I'm looking forward to following your progress.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, friends. Today's Tile Money tip is, of course, brought to you by Laticrete, and I have Ron Nash here. And we're going to talk about funny money, and we're continuing our tips on negotiation. So this is tip number 4. Ron, thank you for joining us. What is funny money, and what do we need to know about it?
All right, funny money. This is an interesting concept. This concept, I think, was titled by a gentleman called Chester L. Carras. Wrote this book. Funny money has stuck with me because of a couple of experiences. So the goal of this tip is that you start managing things that don't concern money but are quite real in dollar value. I'll talk to you what I mean by that. Things that cause us to spend more money by taking our eyes off the real issue. Okay. And I'm going to give you some examples. Okay. This is what I call easy come, easy go money. All right. Easy come, easy go. Let me give you some example. Interest rates. Like if you take out a business loan, negotiating hard on those interest rates is very, very important. And a lot of times people put together deals with banks and they just take the interest rate like it's not even negotiable. And I will tell you, down the road, you're going to pay a lot more. 1% is a big deal. Yeah. So don't allow another organization's funny money, which doesn't cost you money up front, to cost you later. Yeah. Sales tax, other taxes. Those kind of things are funny money. Credits. I had an interesting story from a guy who said, he had a bunch of credits at a supplier, right? And so he was using those credits to just win jobs. When in actuality, rather than using those credits to actually improve his profitability, he should have used those credits as what they are. They're money. It's real money. You've got to think about it in real money. All right.
Yeah,
so
that was his money, right? Not his customers.
It's totally his money, right? And it should have been his money, but funny money, the rule of funny money mean it so it's easy come, easy go. And he didn't really realize that he was actually damaging his business. So
I think a lot of us have done that. Yeah.
I've done it too. By the way, I give all these tips and anyway, I wish I was as perfect as what I'm training.
Well,
Let me tell you that.
We're all a work in progress, right?
Okay. So here we go. Warranty. The cost of a warranty, and that's funny money. It really doesn't cost a lot of money. Although I will say, if you do the math, your cost of doing a non-warranty job with garbage material, I guess, will be less money than a job that is fully warranted by a supplier like Laticrete. All right. Well, don't allow that funny money to go unrewarded. I would suggest that you look at your estimates and bids. And if a homeowner or a customer wants you to have a non-warranted job, then, you got to ask yourself, is that a transaction? Or are you a competitive mode, or are you in a cooperative mode? Because in a cooperative mode, that bit of funny money on your side should make you more money.
Yeah.
Cool?
Yeah, very cool.
Another thing about funny money is people will, as a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a tip of selling. Here's a good tip of selling in funny money. Let's say my job was 10,000 square feet, okay, and I had to, and I'd like to use an upgraded product on this job. All right. Well, if I looked at a 10,000 square foot job and I was going to add, let's say, $1,000 to that job, okay. Well, that'd be a shock to the system in the fact that people go, $1,000, holy cow, that's a lot of money. But if you express it in for only 10 cents per square foot more, we could upgrade your grout.
Right.
Or you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So in that case, funny money is actually working out for you because you're doing a per square foot upgrade, which is much easier to digest for a customer.
Yeah.
All right. Another thing about funny money is people will start negotiating on a huge account. Like, for example, I've got a good experience with this. Let's say you're a $100 million customer. All right. People would say, oh, give me that $100,000 concession. Come on. We are $100 million. $100,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But yes, when balanced up against $100 million, it doesn't seem like a lot of money. But at the same time, that's funny money messing with you. You've got to mess with funny money back. Right. Mm-hmm. Monthly payments, what else do we, free delivery, all these things are funny money. So my point of this tip is this. Matter of fact, will you indulge me with one more story?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Casinos use funny money. When you walk up to a crap table or you walk up to a blackjack table, what's the first thing you do with that $100 bill?
You trade it in for chips.
Why?
Easier to spend.
Way easier to spend. If I lose a chip, I'm not losing a $100 bill. I'm losing a piece of plastic that I have no emotional connection to.
Yeah.
So that is an example of funny money. Funny money is very complicated. It's very, very complicated. But at the same time, if you add to your business, what are things that I can sell on that concept? Meaning maybe it is better that I take upgrades and I show them what they are per square foot. Maybe that's going to be less of a shock.
Right.
Okay. Also, what is my easy come, easy go money that I might be wasting? Right. So funny money is a difficult concept to kind of understand, but I think it's pervasive and it's a way that you can add a few points to your business.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that sounds really good. I understand, what you're trying to convey, and I really think that this applies great to tile contractors. So great tip. Thank you, Ron, for taking the time.
All right. Have a great day, guys.
All right. Now, the next tip, we're going to talk about the sources of power and understanding how that affects us and affects our negotiation. So I'm looking forward to that.